Folks, I'm in a different location today. Wrist check, I'm wearing my Speedmaster today. Beautiful as always. I wanted to make this video because a few things happened in the watch world lately and I wanted to talk about them. So I'm going to be here standing and rambling about them. Isn't that what you always do, I hear you ask? Well, yes, but I'm standing now. And this is even less prepared. Hey folks, I'm Em. This is a Watch Ramble. There's three main topics I wanted to talk about today. The first one being the Swatch and Blancpain collaboration. Everyone's been talking about this thing. Well, let me tell you. I told you so, didn't I? And I'm looking forward to see how they're going to move forward with those collaborations within the parent structure. Because yeah, Blancpain is still part of the Swatch group. Omega is. So is Swatch. And so did probably, a lot of other people. So this is the follow-up to the Moonswatch collaboration that they did last year, which, went crazy. A lot of people queued up for it. It resold for a lot of money on the secondary market, invited a lot of scalping activity. And I think what happened with the Swatch x Blancpain collaboration kind of mirrored the scalping part of this without too much of the fan part. So Blancpain is one of the oldest watchmakers in the world, and their biggest achievement has been the 50 Fathoms model, which became a cult model among the fans of the brand. And that's exactly the model that Swatch is tributing with this collaboration. It's the Swatch 50 Fathoms model, and it's pretty much a toy version of the real one, much like what happened with the Speedmaster. And being honest, I don't think I care about it. It's got the bioceramic case, it's got a System 51 movement, which is a movement that Swatch developed, I think, almost 10 years ago now, with one central screw made with zinc alloys and plastic, effectively. It's a watch that's not made to be opened or serviced at all, which I think is fine for a Swatch. I think it's a bit less fine for the asking price, which is $400. Now, the Moonswatch was $250 for reference. This is almost double the price. Why? The only reason I can see is for, milking the audience. Having the scalpers go in line and trying to resell it, create some artificial scarcity, like they did with the Moonswatches, and just have people fight over it. I mean, for the price itself, $400 is not. It's par for the course for unserviceable movements. I mean, look at the Tissot PRX. But at least you get steel. And the idea that more scalpers would be in line than actual customers is something that I think got refuted when this thing launched. I've been seeing a lot of people wanting to get in line to buy one. So I thought the Moonswatch had its success because also the popular cachet that the Speedmaster had in the popular culture. But apparently that's not the case. As long as it's a collectible and it's a collaboration with a big brand, it will sell. Now the question is, what's next? Breguet, but for Breguet, they will not be able to use a System 51 unless they really amplify it or work with a new one with them. And that's not going to cost $400 again. So, I wonder, wouldn't it be easier if Swatch just created like a tribute line which differentiates itself a bit more from the standard Swatch line, which is what these toys look like to me. Same strategy that works with the Moonswatch. Drum up a lot of noise and then restrict distribution. And if this is marketed at Swatch customers, then they would not really care if it's a quartz movement or an automatic one. Where actually for that kind of throwaway item, you probably prefer a quartz movement at that point. I'm not sure how many people outside of watch nerds will actually go out and buy one, unlike with the Moonswatch, but I guess I'll have to see. And by the way, a lot of people I've seen talk about the caliber. Oh, it's a crap caliber, cannot be serviced. But that is not the actual problem. The problem is that the watch was designed not to be opened, regardless of what you wanted to do after opening it. This is pretty much like saying buying a quartz watch that does not allow you to change its battery. The truth is that they figured out that we can be their marketing. They're pitting us against each other to talk about this thing. We are the ones that they're using to drum up the noise. And by talking about it, I just fell right into it. But I'm not gonna buy one. I'm not interested. I'm not the target audience. It's not my type of watch. I will skip it gladly. Now, Tudor released the new FXD. And who cares? When hype crashes with reality. So personally, I don't particularly care for Tudor nor their watches. I don't think they're particularly ugly, but I don't like those type of dive watches, which are what they're most famous for. And also, I did not particularly appreciate how they executed some marketing in the past. And if you've been watching Watch YouTube for a while, I think you'll get what I mean. Yeah, that's it. Now we have another one of these. Yay. Next topic I wanted to touch was the acquisition of Bucherer by Rolex. Now, Bucherer is one of the biggest jewelry stores in the world. They have more than 150 retail stores opened. And apparently, Jörg Bucherer, the chairman and founder, that's 87 years old, couldn't find a worthy heir. And so he sold the whole thing to Rolex, I guess. Now, I'm a customer of Bucherer. It's where I acquired a couple of my pieces, so this may affect me. Now, Bucherer has its own second-hand watch market, and a lot of Rolexes are in there. So one of my first questions is Rolex going to sell their watches twice? It's actually a big move from Rolex, which is tightening their distribution channels even more. I hope that this will help in stopping the backdoor deals that happen in the ADs, which is where, you know, the AD's got a friend and the AD is selling the watches to their friends so that they can resell them at a higher price in the secondary market for specific models, naturally. And you never know, they might actually start to roll out an actual waitlist. Magic. People might actually start getting some of the watches they want. Nah, it's Rolex that I'm talking about. A question that I couldn't find an answer for was, did they actually also buy the watch brand, Bucherer? They have their own lineup of watches. I wonder if they bought that too as part of the acquisition. Let me know in the comments if you know. And Bucherer is a great AD, like they sell a lot of brands. They sell Jaeger-LeCoultre, they sell Vacheron Constantin, they sell Tudors, they sell Panerais. What happens when Rolex is the one owning the distribution and sales of all of these other brands? Is there any grounds for a potential conflict of interest, for example? Don't forget to press the like, tickle the bell, and let me know down in the comments what you think. And why not subscribing while you're at it? Unlike buying Bucherer, it's free. And also because I made a little ladder here. We need to get more subs than FP Jordan. Let's see if we can do it. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this chat. See you in the next one.